This is Petunia. Petunia's somewhere between 10 and 12 years old from what the vet said. She came to us as a stray, very, very emaciated. Like you could see her spine, you could see her hip bones, her face was all sunken in. We feed her what she wants. There's a sign on her cage right now that says, "Give this girl whatever she wants." When she came in, she was wearing a white reflective collar. So we know she was somebody's cat at some point, but she was so thin it just came right off over her head. We posted her on social media and said, "Is this your cat?" And nobody claimed her. We got her vetted and made sure she was spayed and all that good stuff. And here she is, ready to be adopted. Hi, my name is Paula. I'm a volunteer at the West Milford Animal Shelter. We are all volunteers here. Nobody gets paid to be here. My official start date is January 1st, 2013. So I'm coming up on 9 years. I work every Thursday and come in the morning. I do a walkthrough. I walk through the dog area. I walk through the cat area. I make sure everybody's alert and healthy, and then I start feeding. The dog people will come in around 9 and feed the dog and then take them out for their walk, and then they go out in the play yards, and then we start cleaning, and we clean every day, 365 days a year, top to bottom. So every cage, everything comes out, we clean, everything goes back in, and that's a daily routine. We are diligent here about cleaning the cages, the catteries. We clean the floors every day. It's essential to keep disease out of the shelters, especially a municipal shelter. We don't want to be like a puppy mill where they never clean and the dogs and cats are living with their feces in their cage. As soon as we see there's feces, it's cleaned. We scoop, we get it out of there. I have to say this is the cleanest shelter I've ever been to. And that's something that we are truly proud of. If we do get a sick cat, it's put in isolation and taken care of medically before it ever comes into the general population. So here at the shelter we have catteries, which are free roaming for the cats. So this one is, we call it the library. One cat right now, this is Sammy. So Sammy has been with us about 6 months. Very, very fearful when she first got here. Sammy we couldn't touch, but now she lets us pet her. So being in the cattery, she has the ability, if she's frightened or if she's unsure, she can move to the other side quickly. And now, being out in the open, she's a little more receptive to people touching her because she's not backed into a corner in the cage. This is called our middle cattery, just because it's in the middle. So Skittles is in here by herself right now because we have the luxury of space. And she has an outside catio. So she can come in and out, and when the door is closed, like if the air conditioner's on or the heat's on in the winter, there's a cat door. So she can go in and out. Any cat that's in here can go in and out at free will. Right? I know. With fall coming, colder weather coming, we're going to install plexiglass on the outside of all the chain link to keep the snow and the rain and the wind out. And it kind of keeps the warmth in, so it's like a little sunroom out here. So you will find the cats outside on the catio in the winter enjoying the sunshine. And this is our big cattery. Well, having a cat in a cage can be a little tricky. You don't really get to see their full personality. Some cats you do. You get to see that they're very friendly. They'll come right up to you. But cats in a cattery, they're more comfortable, so their personality truly comes through. It's walking by cages and saying, "Oh, that one's cute, I want that one," just is not a good way to adopt an animal. That's why I don't like pet stores. The room that we're in right now is the living room for dogs. So when we have a potential adopter, we have them fill out the form, we bring them in here, and then we bring the dog in. And of course the dog's gonna be excited because he's out of his kennel, but they calm down and you really get to see, is it a snuggle dog? Is it gonna hop up right on the couch and snuggle right beside you? Is he just more interested in what's going on right now? But you can see how they interact a lot better. So it definitely has increased our adoption rate for adult animals. It definitely helps having the catteries and the living room and more real life exposure as opposed to just being in a box with bars. So there's a big, huge grassy play yard, but then there's also 12 individual concrete runs. And if a dog is in one of these kennels, they're corunda beds. They'll go down on the ground, they'll get fresh water while they're out here, so if it's really sunny. And in the middle of the summer, we have big tarps that cover the top to give the dogs shade when they're in full sun. The dogs, if it's not raining, the dogs are outside. But obviously concrete gets really cold. So that's when we spend more time inside, in the living room. They'll spend more time with the dogs, socializing and training and all that indoor. And they'll come out here, like Alvin, the big Dane mix, Great Dane mix. He comes out here, he blows off his energy. Somebody's sitting here, they're training him with treats, they're teaching him, sit, whatever. But he can just do laps, and he does, because he's got a lot of energy. So we try really hard to make sure all of our animals get the exercise that they need.
And I think the most rewarding thing for me is a perfect example of, in the other room right now, is Red. She came into us about a month ago, totally emaciated. She should be normally around probably 50 pounds. She was 32 pounds. You can see every one of her ribs. We've got her back to health. The volunteers have just jumped through hoops to make sure that dog was comfortable, got fed, got nurtured. And I see that repeated over and over again. So it's having a profound effect on the life of the animal. That's really what's my best memories coming out of it.
Yeah.
Not the easy ones, the nice fluffy dog that someone, oh, that's cute, let me take it home. Okay, so it's the ones we have to really work on to rehabilitate that really rewards me the most.
We're a no-kill shelter. We never euthanize for space. We will find a way to make it work if we're overrun with animals. There was just a puppy mill in Iowa, hundreds of breeding animals, deplorable conditions, and I can't understand why anybody would support that. It's not humane. There are definitely ethical breeders. But if you're walking into a pet store, you're getting a puppy mill dog or cat. The United States is overrun with homeless animals. There are shelters in almost every town that nobody's adopting because they want the purebreds. It's very important for the cats and the dogs that are in our care to get used to socializing with different people. So we're open 7 days a week. We have a morning shift and a night shift. So they're getting at least 14 different people a week. More usually, that are opening a cage, petting, giving treats, talking to them. It's very important that an animal here gets used to all the different people, because you never know who's going to walk in and fall in love with them, and we want them to be ready.